Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Welcome to new viewers. If you just found me here on YouTube, welcome. For returning viewers, it's great to have you back with me again. Happy New Year to everybody. Today's reading is a monthly reading, so it's an overview for the month of January 2019, our first monthly of the year. For the monthlies, I do a 10-card Celtic Cross spread. I also pull 2 additional oracle cards. I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso for the main spread. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot. And then the 2 oracle cards are from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn, and the Soulful Woman deck. All of the information about these decks can be found in the description box below this video, as well as information, if you would like a private reading with me, you can find the information below the video as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings that I put out on YouTube, so the messages may or may not resonate. I do also suggest that you watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising to get a more complete overview of the energies surrounding you. And again, if you would like something more specific, focusing on you, what's going on in your life, then you would need to get a private reading from me. I would encourage you to, as well, take a look at the 2019 overview videos. I posted those a few days ago, and they take a look at the year as a whole. So it's 1 card for each month of the year. I also pull kind of an overall energy for each quarter, and then there's 1 central theme for the overall theme of the year. So I've put the link also for these videos in the description box of this video. So if you're interested, go ahead and take a look at those as well. But, I would just like to once again say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I do hope that you benefit from the readings. And I will stop and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Aries, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your general reading for January. I will go ahead and lay the spread and then I'll show you the cards. Wow. Okay. Very nice. Alright, so the card at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the month is Major Arcana number 7, the Chariot. So the Chariot speaks of victory, right? It's a card, let me lower this so you can see the spread. It's a card of victory. It's a card of forward momentum. It's you sort of taking hold of, you can see, I love the depiction of it in this deck. The woman here, it's like she is in charge, right? She has, she's holding the reins, controlling the opposing energies, the light and dark, the yin yang, and she is, heading off in the direction that she really wants. So she's very independent. She's, very focused, and she's headed in that direction. There could be movement with the Chariot. There could be a change of address, moving home, moving to a different place. There could be traveling or moving across land. But it's it is a very powerful energy, and it's also a card of victory. So, but it's victory after, a struggle or after, maybe a difficult time, but it's you victorious, coming out sort of ahead, right, as victorious. And that's the overall energy for the month. Now you have at the center of your reading the Empress, Major Arcana number 3, and it's being crossed by the Lovers, so Major Arcana number 6. And you actually have, looking at your spread, all down the center, right, you have Major Arcanas. So 4 Major Arcanas plus the Chariot, 5 Major Arcanas out of your spread. So half the spread being made up of Major Arcanas, significant messages, right? Significant, could be quite a significant month for many of you. The threes in the Tarot are expansive energies, right? They're very, they're energies of growth, of expansion. And the Empress is, she's the ultimate mother figure in the Tarot. She's sort of like all of the queens rolled up into one. She is, you can see that she's actually pregnant, right? And she does have to do with fertility, with growth, with expansion. So for some of you, there could be news of a pregnancy, whether this is your own or somebody close to you. There could be news of the birth of a child, again, whether this is your own or somebody else's. If it's not that, it's growth, expansion, right? If this is within a relationship, the relationship could be growing, right? Taking it to the next level. If this is within the workplace, there could be growth. You could be expanding, moving up in the country. Why did I say country? In the company. I think maybe I was thinking of travel there. I don't know. But moving up, right? Getting a promotion, getting a raise. There could be, if this is, like a new project, this is very fertile energy. So giving birth, right? Giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to new projects, creativity really coming through very strongly. There could be a focus on you at this time. So you, just being very, or paying more attention to how you looked, how you dress, this expansion of sort of yourself, like growing, or paying a lot of attention to how you look, right? To focusing on your appearance. But growth, expansion, and then the Lovers. Now, in early tarot decks, the Lovers was actually called the Choice, and it does, it can also speak of a significant choice, decision, life-altering decision that needs to be made. So it used to sort of represent or show a woman facing two men or a man facing two women, really sort of speaking of this choice or important life decision that would ultimately affect all three people involved. So there could be a significant choice that you're, that's either helping or hindering, right? That's what's crossing this growth, this expansive energy of the Empress. It can also obviously have to do with a relationship. The Lovers that is the soulmate card, and it has to do with a deep soul connection with another individual. So this could be, and it is at the heart of the reading. So that, this relationship with this expansive energy of the Empress, there could be growth within the relationship. There could be taking the relationship again to the next level. There could be this growth within the family, welcoming in a new, this new pregnancy, a new member to the family. That could be that as well. But it is the soulmate card. And, we do have different soulmates as we move through our lives. Not all of them are romantic in nature. Sometimes they appear as friends. Sometimes they appear as colleagues, work colleagues. And yes, they can be romantic. So it's just that deep, connection with another individual. It's like seeing is very balanced energy. It's, seeing yourself in another person. Now, in this particular deck, it shows them, in this wedding ceremony. So there could be a marriage, right? Again, taking things to the next level, getting engaged, moving in together, getting married. And we do have in the deep past, right, that the foundation, we have the Hierophant, major arcana number 5. And the Hierophant can speak of different things. It can be getting married, right? He is a religious figure. This can be going to, this religious figure and getting married. It can be dealing with, since the Hierophant has to do with sort of large institutions, right? Those types of institutions that follow, have all the rules and ceremonies, so we usually think of it as being associated with large religious institutions or large institutions such as the government, court, the court system, educational system. However it ties into your life, it's about following, playing by the rules, right? Doing things by the book, passing on even these, time-tested traditions. So it's a very, it's conforming to norms. It's a very traditional kind of approach to doing things. It can be, us within this larger sort of group of people, again, following the norms, following the rules, and also seeking out some type of wisdom, higher, this spiritual wisdom as well, it can be. So different meanings for the Hierophant, but with these two cards at the center, yes, there could be something to do with counsel, seeking the spiritual counsel, going to a counselor, a marriage counselor, or getting married, taking things to the next level. And then we have this couple sitting across from each other here. So obviously you are a fire sign, Aries. This could be you showing up, just you very much in your element here. But we do have in the recent past and in the near future, jumping over to this side, we have the King and Queen of Wands. Okay, so this could be a couple. This could be you in a relationship with another fire sign individual, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. This could be just, you with your partner appearing, maybe they have fire somewhere in their chart. If they're not a fire sign, they could have it somewhere in their chart. Or this could be, you might be a fire sign, a sun sign, and they might be fire sign rising or moon sign. But there's this couple here, and, the King and Queen of Wands, this is a powerful couple. And especially, with the Lovers sitting at the center, this marriage, this could be a significant relationship. This could be this soulmate relationship, because, there are the King and Queen. So there is this very balanced energy here. They're both very dynamic. They're both these sort of forces to be reckoned with. They both have great vision. They're very passionate about life, about their relationships, their approach to life, right? They're go-getters. They're born leaders. So, it could be this partner type of relationship, right? This couple could be, if it isn't, right, in the recent past, this could have just been you very much in your element, you taking a very, courageous, trailblazer type of approach to something, right, to handling something. And then the Queen of Wands in the near future, it, again, could be taking on this energy of the Queen of Wands. And, she's very good at multitasking, handling many different things at one time. She's very attractive. And I was getting that with the Empress. So there's very attractive individual, right? People are sort of drawn to her very, magnetic type of personality. And then you have crowning you more spiritual energy. So we have the Hierophant at the bottom. We have the High Priestess crowning you. And the High Priestess she sits, she's sort of the veil between our realm and the spiritual realm. She's linked with the moon, very intuitive. There's a lot to do with sort of the subconscious, our dream state. Pay attention to messages coming through during your dreams. Maybe you're receiving messages. You might be connecting with this soulmate in your dreams. Oftentimes there is a sort of astral travel and, connecting when you're calling in your soulmate. There can be this, you start dreaming about the other person. The other person could be dreaming about you. It might not make sense at first, but you start to receive these messages. And then it's like when you meet the person, you already know. It's like an instant connection because you've already, been dreaming about them. They've appeared to you in your dreams. Do pay attention to messages coming through in these, non-traditional ways. So through signs, synchronicities, dreams, repeating numbers, repeating like songs, things like that. Pay attention to what you're thinking when those things happen. Pay attention to what's going on around you. So definitely, a lot of spiritual energy coming, or surrounding you at this time. Now you appear as the Eight of Wands, and surrounding you in your environment, you have another 8. You have the 8 of Pentacles. So the Eight of Wands is more fire energy, and it's very fast-paced energy. It's an energy of change. It's an energy of, changes in the air, fast-paced news. So texting, this could be you emailing or texting back and forth with somebody. This could be, if it's an opportunity, there could be like a time constraint, so needing to act quickly on this opportunity. Also travel by air. We have travel here. So there could be travel. This might have to do with, maybe your partner is at a distance from you. Maybe this person that, is coming into your life, if you have not already met them, you could be meeting them while on a trip, or, you traveling. There might be this very, serendipitous moment where you meet up with this person. You sort of run into them. If you've already traveled and you've already met this person, things could be moving quite quickly, right? There could be forward momentum and progress and taking things to the next level. With this Eight of Pentacles, it's a card of growth, of working hard, of putting your effort into something. It's oftentimes referred to as the Apprentice card, but it's, it's working very hard on something. So if this is a relationship, it's, things are progressing. And I think you have in your hopes and fears the Two of Pentacles. So I think what you're hoping for is this balance, right? This balanced approach, this balanced relationship. And that came up again here with the, this balance, the yin and yang here. We have the soulmate, this balance, seeing yourself in the other. So this can have to do with balancing different areas of your life. It is earth energy. So balancing your home with your career, balancing your finances, having that, stability, finding that balance within your life. It can also be in a relationship of finding that balance. I think that you're hoping for, this very balanced relationship. Maybe in the past you've had relationships where you were the one who was always giving and, and didn't ever receive anything emotionally. I'm not talking about, finances. I'm talking about just emotional, like being on, on equal footing within the relationship. And you have as the outbound energy, the Three of Cups. So more celebration, more expansive energy. Threes, again, the Three of Cups can also speak of, excuse me, it can speak of news of a pregnancy, news of the birth of a child, news of an engagement, a relationship. It can be as simple as, just enjoying time with others and spending time with friends, with family members, loved ones, and enjoying their time, the time that you spend with them. But it can be a more significant celebration, such as a like I just mentioned. So we have this double sort of message here with the wedding, with the pregnancy, with the expansive energy, and then forward momentum that could happen quite quickly. So for some of you, you could be tying the knot. There could be, getting married, getting engaged, moving in together. It could be happening quite quickly. But it all looks very positive, right? There's a lot of success around it. There's a lot of enjoyment, of happiness, of growth. If this is not a relationship, it's coming through more strongly as a relationship reading, even though this is, all of the general readings, they are meant to be general, but sometimes more messages or certain messages come through more strongly than others. And this one is definitely coming through more strongly as a relationship. If this is more to do with a new opportunity, sort of a new business, partnering, could be partnering up with somebody who is, very much on the same wavelength as you are. And there's there's great growth, there's great movement, there's success, there's, you both bring equal things to the partnership. One of you could be more creative, one of you could be, more financially savvy, but there's a coming together, and there's, again, victory. So however it plays out in your life, the sort of the energy, well, obviously the energies are the same, but growth, expansion, celebration, victory, it all is very positive. Now, the two cards that I drew before the reading, which is, I started out the readings doing, actually shuffling and doing it on camera, but it just takes entirely too long, and I don't want to waste your time with, so 4 or 5 minutes just of me shuffling. So I've pulled these and we'll see how they tie in with your reading. So you have passion and pleasure. This is from the Sacred Traveler, and it says savor your life. And then we have from the Soulful Woman deck, card number 39, Princess Charming. I take the horse by the reins and become my own Princess Charming, taking care of my own needs. And that's so funny because you have the Chariot, and I was talking about you taking, control and taking hold of the reins here. So let's see what the full meaning for each of these cards is. Starting off with this Princess Charming, and it says, I am my own Princess Charming. I no longer wait for Prince Charming to ride up on his trusty white horse. Instead, I take the horse by the reins, loving myself and taking care of my own financial security. In this way, I make sure I am safe as I move through this amazing world. This process is an important step in my empowerment and expansion as a woman. By taking the reins of my life, I integrate the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within my own being. I honor the strengths and gifts of both these energies into my own lived experience. And that is very, we have the expansive energy of the Empress. We have the you controlling the yin and yang energies, you finding that balance, right? Very much in line with what we were just talking about. Now, the passion, and let me find it. Oops. Here we go. Passion and pleasure. Find joy in the moment. No matter what is occurring in your life, if you simply focus on what is splendid, wonderful, and pleasurable in the moment, everything improves. Live deliciously, love often, and live fully. Cherish your friendships. Fill your life with the people, experiences, and places that give you delight and joy. Let go of those people and things that don't appreciate or empower you. Give yourself permission to be happy. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, when the traveler meets a band of gypsies, the traveler stops to dance into the early morning hours. Sometimes we get so caught up with wondering what's around the next bend or worrying about our current challenges that we forget to focus on what's great in the moment. You're not meant to simply work hard and be diligent and practical. Embrace pleasure wherever you can. Allow your senses to be satiated. Find and explore the beauty around you. You don't need to suffer to grow. You can grow spiritually by leaps and bounds through joy. Dance, eat well, and drink well. Share joy wherever you can. And we have this sharing joy card, right? That's what the Three of Cups is really all about. It's about sharing of that moment, enjoying time spent with other people. So that could, these other people could be quite significant as you move through this month, but in general, I see it's you very much, in control of where you're going, but there's, a great opportunity to have a very meaningful relationship. If you're not already in one, you could be meeting this very significant, person during this month, and, it definitely looks as though things could move quite quickly, but it's positive. So, that just trust in these new opportunities coming in, whatever or however they play out, and it does look like it's going to be a great month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful January and a wonderful 2019. Bye for now.